Have you ever stopped to think that the day of the week you were born could reveal deep secrets about who you really are? Carl Jung, the revolutionary Swiss psychologist, discovered something extraordinary. Each day of the week carries a unique archetypal energy that shapes our personality from our very first breath. Imagine discovering why you act in certain ways, why specific situations attract or repel you, why some relationships flow naturally while others are a constant challenge. The answer might be hidden in the exact day you came into this world. Jung realized that the ancients didn't choose the names of the days by chance. Each one is connected to primordial forces that live in our collective unconscious, creating behavioral patterns that repeat through generations. Get ready for a journey of self-discovery that goes beyond any horoscope or personality test. What you'll discover about yourself could completely transform your worldview and future choices. Monday, the inner warrior. If you were born on a Monday, you carry within you the energy of the moon, the ancient force that governs emotions, intuition, and the mysterious depths of the human soul. But don't mistake this for weakness. Monday-born people are the inner warriors of the zodiac, fighting battles that others can't even see. Carl Jung would say you're connected to what he called the lunar consciousness, a deeper, more intuitive way of understanding the world. While others rely on logic and facts, you navigate life through feelings, hunches, and that inner voice that whispers truths others miss. Your warrior nature doesn't show up in loud, aggressive ways. Instead, you fight your battles in the quiet spaces of the mind and heart. You're the person who stands up for the underdog, who feels deeply when others suffer, who can sense when something isn't right, even when everything looks perfect on the surface. Monday people have an incredible ability to heal, not just themselves, but others too. You absorb emotions like a sponge, which can be both a gift and a burden. You feel everything so deeply that sometimes it overwhelms you, but this same sensitivity makes you incredibly compassionate and understanding. In relationships, you're the one who remembers birthdays, who notices when someone is sad even when they're trying to hide it, who offers comfort without being asked. You have this natural ability to create safe spaces where people can be vulnerable and real. Your biggest challenge is learning to protect your energy. Because you feel so much, you can easily become drained by negative people or situations. Jung would say you need to develop what he called psychological boundaries, ways to care deeply without losing yourself in the process. Monday-born people often struggle with mood swings. One day you're on top of the world, the next you're in the depths of despair. This isn't a flaw, it's actually your superpower. You experience the full range of human emotions, which gives you incredible depth and wisdom. Your intuition is your greatest weapon. While others analyze and overthink, you know things instantly. You can walk into a room and immediately sense the energy. You can meet someone and know within minutes whether they're trustworthy. This gut feeling is rarely wrong. Career-wise, Monday people excel in fields where they can help and heal others. You might be drawn to counseling, nursing, teaching, or any profession where your emotional intelligence is valued. You're also naturally creative, often expressing your deep feelings through art, music, or writing. The key to unlocking your full potential is learning to trust your inner voice. Society often tells us to be logical and rational, but your strength lies in embracing your emotional intelligence. When you stop trying to fit into boxes that weren't made for you and start honoring your unique way of seeing the world, magic happens. Your mission in life is to help others connect with their own emotions and intuition. In a world that's becoming increasingly disconnected and cold, you're here to remind people what it means to feel deeply and love fully. You're the inner warrior fighting for authenticity in a world of masks. Remember, Being born on a Monday makes you a guardian of the heart. Your sensitivity isn't weakness, it's your greatest strength. The world needs more people like you, people who dare to feel everything and still choose love. By the way, if you're curious to go even deeper and integrate your shadows and light, check out the SIM Method ebook. It's a concise guide that can help you unlock your inner power in just 5 minutes a day. The link is in the first pinned comment below. Tuesday, the creator of worlds. If Tuesday was your birthday, you entered this world carrying the fierce energy of Mars, the planet of action, courage, and unstoppable drive. Carl Jung would recognize you immediately as someone connected to what he called the active principle of the universe, the force that turns dreams into reality through pure willpower and determination. Tuesday, people don't just live life, they create it. You're not content to sit back and wait for things to happen. You see a blank canvas and immediately start painting. You see a problem and immediately start solving it. You see an opportunity and you grab it with both hands before anyone else even notices it's there. Your energy is like a volcano, powerful, transformative, and sometimes overwhelming to others. You wake up each morning with ideas bubbling in your mind, plans forming, projects calling your name. While others hit the snooze button, you're already mentally organizing your day, ready to conquer whatever challenges await. This Mars energy makes you a natural pioneer. You're the person who tries new restaurants first, who takes the job in a different city, who starts the business everyone said wouldn't work. You have this incredible ability to see possibilities where others see obstacles. Where they see walls, you see doors waiting to be opened. Your approach to life is direct and honest. You don't have time for games or hidden meanings. If you have something to say, you say it. If you want something, you go after it. This straightforward nature can sometimes intimidate others, but it's exactly what makes you so effective at getting things done. In relationships, you're passionate and loyal. When you love someone, you love them completely. You're the partner who remembers to fix the broken faucet, who plans surprise adventures, who stands up for your loved ones without hesitation. You show love through actions, not just words. But your Mars energy comes with challenges too. You can be impatient when others don't move at your speed. You might start 10 projects and finish 3 because your mind is always racing toward the next exciting possibility. You can be so focused on moving forward that you forget to pause and enjoy what you've already accomplished. Tuesday-born people often struggle with anger, not because you're mean-spirited, but because you feel everything intensely. When you see injustice or inefficiency, it fires you up. The key is learning to channel this energy constructively, rather than letting it burn you out or damage your relationships. Your creativity is explosive and original. You don't copy what others have done. You create something entirely new. Whether it's in business, art, technology, or any field you choose, you bring fresh perspectives and innovative solutions. You're the person who looks at the way things have always been done and asks, but what if we tried this instead? Professionally, you thrive in environments where you can lead, create, and make independent decisions. You might be an entrepreneur, an inventor, a surgeon, or work in any field that requires quick thinking and decisive action. You need work that challenges you and allows you to see immediate results from your efforts. The secret to your success is learning to balance your intense drive with patience and persistence. Your natural inclination is to sprint, but life's biggest achievements often require marathon endurance. When you learn to pace yourself while maintaining your passionate approach, you become unstoppable. Your gift to the world is your ability to turn ideas into reality. While others dream, you build. While others plan, you act. You're here to show people that anything is possible when you combine vision with action, creativity with courage. The world needs your pioneering spirit, your willingness to take risks, your refusal to accept that's just how things are. You're not just creating projects or businesses, you're creating new ways of living, new possibilities for everyone around you. Remember, being born on Tuesday makes you a force of creation in human form. Your job isn't to fit in, it's to break new ground and show others what's possible when you dare to act on your dreams. Wednesday, the bridge between worlds. Wednesday children carry the quicksilver energy of Mercury, the messenger of the gods, the connector of realms, the one who speaks all languages and understands all perspectives. Carl Jung would see you as embodying what he called the transcendent function, the ability to bridge opposites and find meaning in contradictions. If you were born on Wednesday, you're naturally gifted at seeing both sides of every story. While others get stuck in black and white thinking, you dance in the beautiful complexity of gray areas. You understand that truth isn't always simple, that people can be both right and wrong at the same time, that life's most interesting moments happen in the spaces between certainties. Your mind works like a lightning bolt, quick, bright, and capable of illuminating things others miss. You process information faster than most people, making connections that seem impossible to others. You can be having a conversation about cooking and suddenly make a brilliant insight about human psychology. This isn't random. It's your Mercury mind seeing the hidden threads that connect everything. Communication is your superpower. You don't just talk, you translate. You can take complex ideas and make them simple, take simple ideas and reveal their deeper complexity. You're the person others turn to when they need to understand something difficult or explain something important. You have this gift for finding exactly the right words at exactly the right moment. Wednesday people are natural storytellers. Whether you're explaining what happened at work, teaching someone a new skill, or just chatting with friends, you instinctively know how to make information engaging and memorable. You understand that the way you say something is just as important as what you're saying. Your curiosity is endless and infectious. You're always asking questions, always wanting to know more, always discovering new interests. One week you might be fascinated by ancient history. The next week you're learning about quantum physics. This isn't scattered thinking. It's your mind's natural desire to understand how everything connects. In relationships, you're the communicator and the mediator. You help couples understand each other. You translate between friends who are having conflicts. You ask the questions that help people figure out what they really want. You have this amazing ability to help others express feelings they didn't even know they had. But your Mercury energy can also create challenges. Your mind moves so fast that sometimes your mouth can't keep up, leading to misunderstandings. You might start explaining something and end up 3 topics away from where you began. People sometimes think you're not listening when actually you're listening so intently that you've already processed what they said and moved on to implications they haven't even considered yet. Wednesday-born people can struggle with decision-making, not because you don't know what you want, but because you can see so many possibilities. You understand the potential consequences of every choice, which can sometimes paralyze you with options. The key is trusting that your quick mind will help you adapt to whatever path you choose. Your learning style is unique. You don't just memorize facts, you weave them into stories, connect them to other knowledge, transform them into something personally meaningful. You might struggle in traditional educational settings that demand rote learning, but you excel when you can explore subjects in your own creative way. Professionally, you thrive in roles that involve communication, learning, teaching, or connecting people and ideas. You might be a writer, teacher, journalist, translator, counselor, or work in any field where your ability to understand and explain complex information is valued. You need variety in your work. Doing the same task every day would drive you crazy. Your greatest gift is your ability to help others understand themselves and their world. You're like a living bridge, helping people cross from confusion to clarity, from isolation to connection, from misunderstanding to empathy. In a world that's becoming increasingly divided, your ability to see all sides and find common ground is desperately needed. The challenge for Wednesday people is learning to slow down sometimes and go deep instead of always moving to the next interesting thing. Your natural tendency is to skim the surface of many subjects, but your real power emerges when you combine your broad perspective with focused expertise. Remember, being born on Wednesday makes you a messenger and translator for the human experience. Your job is to help people understand each other and themselves, to build bridges where others see only gaps, to find the words that heal and connect and illuminate. Thursday, the natural-born leader. Thursday's children arrive in this world carrying the majestic energy of Jupiter, the king of planets, the expander of horizons, the force that turns small dreams into grand realities. Carl Jung would recognize you immediately as someone connected to what he called the royal archetype, the natural leader who doesn't need a crown to command respect and inspire others to greatness. If Thursday was your birthday, you entered life with an invisible crown on your head. Not the kind that makes you arrogant or demanding, but the kind that makes others naturally look to you for guidance, wisdom, and direction. You have this rare ability to see the big picture when others are lost in details, to remain calm when others panic, to find solutions when others see only problems. Your Jupiter energy gives you what Jung called natural authority, the kind that comes from wisdom rather than force, from confidence rather than ego. People trust you because you genuinely care about their well-being, not just your own success. You're the friend who gives advice that actually works, the colleague who steps up during crises, the family member who somehow keeps everyone together during difficult times. Thursday people have an incredible gift for seeing potential in people, in situations, in opportunities that others might overlook. You look at someone struggling and see their hidden strengths. You look at a failing business and see what could make it successful. You look at problems and see possibilities. This vision isn't naive optimism. It's based on your deep understanding of how growth and transformation really work. Your approach to leadership is inclusive and empowering. You don't want to be the person who tells everyone what to do. You want to be the person who helps everyone discover what they're capable of doing. You create environments where others feel safe to take risks, make mistakes, and grow into their best selves. Your leadership style brings out the leader in everyone around you. In relationships, you're the steady presence that others depend on. You're not dramatic or unpredictable. You're the rock that others build their lives around. You show love through consistent support, through believing in people even when they don't believe in themselves, through creating stability in an unstable world. Your partners and friends know they can count on you no matter what. But Jupiter's energy comes with its own challenges. You sometimes take on too much responsibility, feeling like you need to fix everyone's problems and solve every crisis. You might struggle with perfectionism, setting impossibly high standards for yourself and others. Your desire to help can sometimes become overwhelming to people who need to learn their own lessons. Thursday-born people often deal with what Jung called the burden of leadership, the weight of always being the one others turn to for answers. You might feel like you can't show weakness or uncertainty because too many people depend on your strength. Learning to be vulnerable and ask for help when you need it is crucial for your emotional well-being. Your natural wisdom comes from your ability to learn from every experience. You don't just live through events. You extract meaning from them, lessons that you can apply to future situations. This makes you incredibly good at giving advice and helping others navigate difficult decisions. People often say talking to you helps them see their situation more clearly. Your sense of justice is strong and unwavering. You can't stand to see people being treated unfairly or taken advantage of. You're the person who speaks up when others stay silent, who stands up for principles even when it's inconvenient, who fights for what's right, even when it's difficult. This moral courage is one of your greatest strengths. Professionally, you excel in roles where you can guide, teach, mentor, or lead others. You might be drawn to education, management, counseling, politics, or any field where your ability to inspire and develop others is valued. You need work that feels meaningful, that contributes to something larger than yourself. Your gift for expansion extends beyond leadership into creativity and innovation. You don't just improve existing systems, you imagine entirely new ones. You're the person who looks at how things are and envisions how they could be better, fairer, more effective. Your ideas often seem too ambitious to others, but you have the persistence and wisdom to make them reality. The key to your success is learning to balance your desire to help everyone with the need to take care of yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't lead effectively if you're burned out from trying to carry everyone else's burdens. Setting healthy boundaries doesn't make you less caring. It makes you more effective. Your mission in life is to help others discover and develop their own leadership potential. You're not here to be the only leader. You're here to create more leaders, to expand the circle of people who feel capable of making positive changes in their world. Remember, being born on Thursday makes you a natural catalyst for growth and positive change. Your job isn't to have all the answers. It's to ask the right questions and create the conditions where others can find their own answers and step into their own power. Friday, the heart of life. Friday's children are born under the enchanting influence of Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, harmony, and all the pleasures that make life worth living. Carl Jung would recognize you as embodying what he called the aesthetic principle, the force that brings beauty, connection, and meaning into the world through the power of the heart. If you were born on Friday, you entered this world as a living reminder that life is meant to be beautiful, relationships are meant to be meaningful, and love is the most powerful force in the universe. You don't just exist in the world, you make it more beautiful, simply by being in it. Your Venus energy radiates warmth and attraction that draws people to you like flowers turned toward the sun. Your superpower is your ability to create harmony wherever you go. You walk into a tense room and somehow the atmosphere lightens. You join a group of strangers and soon they're all talking and laughing together. You have this magical gift for helping people feel comfortable, accepted, and valued. It's not something you try to do. It's just who you are. Friday people understand that relationships are the true wealth of life. While others chase money, status, or achievements, you invest in connections. You're the friend who remembers everyone's birthday, who checks in when someone is going through a hard time, who celebrates others' successes as genuinely as your own. Your address book isn't just a list of contacts. It's a network of people who genuinely care about each other because you brought them together. Your aesthetic sense is extraordinary. You see beauty where others see ordinary things. You can walk through a simple park and notice details that make your heart sing. The way light filters through leaves, how colors blend together, the graceful movement of people and animals. This isn't superficial appreciation. It's a deep understanding that beauty feeds the soul and connects us to something larger than ourselves. In love relationships, you're both romantic and realistic. You believe in true love, soulmates, and happily ever after. But you also understand that real love requires work, compromise, and daily choices to care for each other. You're the partner who brings flowers for no reason, who remembers what makes your loved one smile, who creates those small moments of magic that keep romance alive through the years. Your Venus energy makes you naturally diplomatic. You can see all sides of conflicts and find solutions that work for everyone. You're the mediator in family disputes, the peacemaker among friends, the one who helps enemies find common ground. You understand that winning isn't about defeating others. It's about finding ways for everyone to feel valued and respected. But Friday's energy comes with its own challenges. You can be too focused on keeping everyone happy, sometimes sacrificing your own needs to avoid conflict. You might struggle with setting boundaries because you hate disappointing people. Your desire for harmony can sometimes lead you to avoid necessary confrontations or difficult conversations. Friday-born people often deal with what Jung called the burden of sensitivity, feeling everything so deeply that the world's harshness can be overwhelming. You absorb the emotions of others, which makes you incredibly empathetic but can also drain your energy. Learning to protect your emotional well-being while maintaining your open heart is a lifelong journey. Your creativity flows naturally from your connection to beauty and emotion. Whether you express it through art, music, writing, cooking, decorating, or any other medium, your creations touch people's hearts. You don't just make things. You make things that make people feel something. Your art, whatever form it takes, reminds others of what's beautiful and meaningful in life. You have an intuitive understanding of what people need to feel loved and appreciated. You might not always know the right words to say, but you always know the right gesture to make. You're the person who brings soup when someone is sick, who sends encouraging texts at exactly the right moment, who gives hugs that somehow make everything feel better. Professionally, you thrive in environments where you can work with people, create beauty, or help others feel good about themselves. You might be drawn to counseling, design, hospitality, beauty, entertainment, or any field where your ability to understand and nurture others is valued. You need work that feels meaningful and allows you to express your natural warmth and creativity. Your greatest gift to the world is your ability to remind others that they are worthy of love and capable of creating beauty. In a world that can feel harsh and disconnected, you're proof that kindness matters, that beauty is important, that love really can change everything. The key to your happiness is learning to love yourself with the same generosity you show others. You're so good at seeing the beauty in everyone else that you sometimes forget to appreciate your own unique gifts. When you learn to treat yourself with the same kindness you show others, your natural radiance becomes even more powerful. Remember, being born on Friday makes you a guardian of the heart and a creator of beauty. Your mission is to help others remember what makes life worth living: connection, beauty, love, and the countless small moments of joy that make each day precious. Saturday, the master builder. Saturday's children are born under the steadfast influence of Saturn, the wise teacher, the patient builder, the force that transforms dreams into lasting reality through discipline and unwavering commitment. Carl Jung would recognize you as embodying the Senex archetype, the wise elder who understands that true success comes from laying solid foundations that can withstand time. If you were born on Saturday, you entered this world with an old soul and a deep understanding that anything worth having is worth working for. You don't chase shortcuts or quick wins. You build empires one brick at a time, create relationships that last decades, and develop skills that serve you for a lifetime. Your Saturn energy gives you the gift of seeing the long game when others focus only on immediate gratification. Your approach to life is methodical and purposeful. While others rush around chasing every opportunity, you carefully evaluate what's truly worth your time and energy. You understand that saying yes to everything means saying no to excellence. You'd rather do one thing exceptionally well than 10 things poorly. Saturday, people have an incredible ability to turn chaos into order. You walk into a disorganized situation and immediately see how to structure it for maximum efficiency. Your mind naturally thinks in systems, processes, and sustainable solutions rather than temporary fixes. You're the person others turn to when they need something handled properly. Your greatest strength is your reliability. When you say you'll do something, people know it will get done, and done right. Your word is your bond, and that reputation opens doors that remain closed to others. In relationships, you're the steady presence that provides security and stability through good times and bad. Your Saturn energy makes you naturally wise about money and resources. You understand the difference between wants and needs, between investments and expenses. You're the person who saves for the future while others spend everything they earn, building wealth through careful planning rather than risky speculation. But Saturday's energy comes with challenges too. You can be overly critical of yourself and others, setting standards so high that no one can meet them. Your caution can sometimes turn into fear of taking any risks at all. You often carry more responsibility than your fair share, feeling like everyone depends on you. Your natural tendency is to learn from mistakes, yours and others. You don't just experience failure, you study it, understand it, and use it to build better strategies for the future. This makes you incredibly valuable as a mentor and advisor. Professionally, you excel in roles that require patience, attention to detail, and long-term thinking. You might be drawn to engineering, architecture, finance, or any field where your methodical approach and reliability are valued. You need work that allows you to build something lasting. Your mission in life is to create stability and security for yourself and others. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, you're the one who builds the institutions, systems, and relationships that provide a solid foundation for everyone else's dreams. Remember, being born on Saturday makes you a master builder of life itself. Your job isn't to be the flashiest or the fastest. It's to be the most reliable, the most thorough, the one who creates things that last long after the trends have faded. Sunday, the light bringer. Sunday's children are born under the radiant influence of the sun, the center of our solar system, the source of all life, the brilliant force that illuminates truth and inspires others to shine their own light. Carl Jung would recognize you as embodying the solar consciousness, the natural leader who leads through authentic self-expression and genuine warmth. If you were born on Sunday, you entered this world as a living ray of sunshine, destined to brighten the lives of everyone you encounter. Your sun energy doesn't just light up rooms, it lights up hearts, minds, and possibilities that others didn't even know existed. You help people see the best in themselves and believe in their own potential for greatness. Your presence is magnetic in the most natural way. You don't try to be the center of attention. You simply are. People are drawn to your warmth, your confidence, your genuine interest in their lives and dreams. You have this gift for making everyone feel like they're the most important person in the room when you're talking to them. Sunday people possess what Jung called natural nobility, a quality that has nothing to do with wealth or status and everything to do with character. You treat everyone with respect and dignity because you understand that every person has inherent worth. This authentic equality makes others feel valued and inspired. Your creativity is bold and original. You don't copy what others have done. You create something uniquely yours. Whether you're solving problems at work or simply telling a story, you bring a fresh perspective that others haven't considered. Your ideas feel both surprising and obvious at the same time. In relationships, you're generous with your attention, affection, and encouragement. You celebrate others' victories as enthusiastically as your own, and you help people feel proud of their accomplishments. Your loved ones know that you see their potential even when they can't see it themselves. Your sun energy gives you incredible resilience. You face challenges with optimism and determination, not because you're naive about difficulties, but because you have deep faith that things can and will get better. Your positive attitude is contagious and lifts everyone around you. But Sunday's energy comes with challenges too. You can sometimes be too trusting, assuming that others share your generous nature. You might struggle with consistently negative people because their energy drains your natural brightness. Others expect you to always be positive, always have answers, which can be exhausting. Your natural leadership style is inspirational rather than authoritative. You don't tell people what to do. You show them what's possible and inspire them to want to do it themselves. People follow you because they want to, not because they have to. Professionally, you thrive in roles where you can inspire, teach, create, or lead others. You might be drawn to education, entertainment, sales, management, or any field where your natural warmth and ability to motivate others is valued. You need work that feels meaningful. Your mission in life is to help others discover and express their own inner light. You're not here to be the only bright spot in the room. You're here to ignite the brightness that already exists in everyone around you. Remember, being born on Sunday makes you a natural illuminator of human potential. Your job is to be authentically yourself and trust that your genuine warmth and optimism will help others find their own path to happiness and success. Now that you've discovered the archetypal energy of your birthday, remember that this is just the beginning of your journey of self-understanding. Carl Jung believed that becoming who we truly are is the greatest adventure of human life. Your birthday reveals your natural gifts and challenges, but what you do with this knowledge, how you choose to grow, heal, and express your unique essence, that's entirely up to you. The ancient forces that shaped your personality on the day you were born are still with you, waiting to be fully awakened and embraced. The question isn't whether you'll change. It's whether you'll have the courage to become everything you were meant to be.